baby!
Hey, kid, I hope you are feeling the love.
I am French, so oui.
Gilles the giraffe is always feeling the love, but I know you are too because Valentine's Day is upon us and I found a Monster Valentine for you.
I don't think that Monster Valentine means what you think it means.
What, Green Bear? It means epic, huge, awesome.
Ooh, I love this book.
That can't be good.
I tried to warn you.
Groggle's Monster Valentine is awful! And you know what makes it even better?
Better than awful?
It's illustrated by a bunch of bats!
What? No! Bats can't illustrate.
Yes, look right there. Use your special reading skills to see it right there. What does it say? What does it say?
It says, I can't read it quite.
Oh, yes, you can. Go ahead. Read what it says.
It says illustrated by Bats Langley.
See? It's illustrated by a bunch of bats.
Okay, no, because bats can't hold crayons.
Okay, listen to me, kid. Look at me. Look at me right here.
All right, what are you gonna do?
Have you ever met a human called Bats?
Well,
See? Case closed.
okay. Oh, all right. The illustrator is named Bats and it's a human. Pretty sure it was a human because he typed a letter. And I'm pretty sure that bats also can't type. Okay, let's just go and dive into Groggle's Monster Valentine. Although now I'm beginning to think that maybe it's an inappropriate choice for a Valentine's book.
Do you have another one?
Another Valentine's book? No.
Okay, then here we go. It's gonna be monstrous.
It is gonna be something. Okay, let's just see, because you know what? Groggle, he looks kind of cute, so I bet it's gonna be cute. Groggle's Monster Valentine. Oh, look already. We have heart-shaped leaves all over the place. It's looking really beautiful. So, and look, picking flowers. This is gonna be adorable. Look at the little hearts and the drawings. Yeah. This is gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. It was Valentine's night in the dark forest, and Groggle was still working on his card. It had to be perfect because it was for Snarlina, his beast friend in the whole wide world. Beast friend. I'm sure she's lovely. And let's see, and yeah, okay. Picking out some leaves, I think, and illuminated by a jar of fireflies. Is there anything prettier? And okay, be careful there because it looks like that may be radioactive or something. He found just the right heart-shaped leaves, and that's how you know that the card is going to be totally organic. Then he gathered up some bog slime and scored it in bold, gooey letters.
To Snarlina from Groggle. Roses are red. Garbage is grimy. Here is your Valentine. Icky and slimy.
And that is what you call high poetic art.
Groggle admired his work.
Wow, he said, this looks horribly good.
Which I think is just good in Monster. He couldn't wait to show Snarlina. There was only one problem. I don't see what the problem can be. I mean, he got a perfectly heart-shaped leaf and used enough slime and goo to get the letters just right. What's the problem? Gobble, crunch, crunch, slurp. He had a monster appetite. What, he ate the Valentine? That's not how it's supposed to go.
Says who?
It says tradition. Groggle tried again. Okay, all right. So the first one was just a practice run. Let's say he got that out of his system. Probably the nerves. That's probably what it was. Groggle was nervous and ate the Valentine. But now this one's going to be even better because he got a practice run out. Okay. Bat wings are black. Dart frogs are blue. Here are some skunk flowers picked just for you. And that is a monstrous Valentine if ever I've seen one.
Batwing looks great. Ooh, and that frog looks just the right amount of agonized, and skunk flowers. Ah, smells like trash.
I bet Snarlina will love it. Well, and it's humongous too, and I like that this one's on a pink background, so I bet that the monster will just love this one. And gobble, crunch, crunch, slurp. Again? Well, get over here for a second.
What? Are you having a little trouble with the Monster Valentine?
Yes! I mean, what's the point of creating a Valentine if you're gonna keep eating it?
Well, don't you always say that love starts by loving yourself?
I don't think that applies here.
That's exactly right. And he's loving himself by eating the Valentine and showing self-love. So I win.
What do you mean you win? Okay, let's just keep going. And again, okay, here we go again. You gotta admire Groggle's tenacity and appetite. As sure as these spiders are hairy, I like you so much, it's scary. Okay, I mean, I have to hand it to Groggle. Knows his way around a monster rhyme. Look at the amazing bug decor around this phenomenal leaf that he found organically. And let's see if this one gets into the hands of, nope, gobble, crunch, crunch, slurp. Girl, he growled, I will not eat another Valentine. Oh, gosh, but that one's just, yep, made quick work of that one. Okay. To make sure he was not hungry, Groggle whipped up his favorite snack, ants on a log. You've probably heard of them, but this is literally a log. And he munched, and then... Excuse you. Until his belly was good and full. So maybe now, the fourth time is the charm.
The next card will be the best of all, he said. There was so much he wanted to say.
And once again, we've sourced yet another completely organic card.
Dear Snarlina, whenever I'm with you, I have a fun time. You're better than spiders. You're better than slime. I like when we play hide and seek and pretend. You're monstrously super and such a good friend. Hearts. Love, Groggle.
Oh, Groggle. Really, I'm so impressed with the different poetic approaches that Groggle has taken. I mean, maybe eating all these Valentine's cards have helped him develop his poetic skills. Now, let's see if it gets to the source. Then he made a few extras, just in case. Good thinking.
Dear Snarlina, your hair is so tangled. Your teeth are so green. You're the prettiest monster that I've ever seen. I love how you stomp. I love how you drool. You're a horridly fabulous ghoul. Love, Groggle.
But wait, there's more. Now, there's a whole one using her first name to do the whole thing here. So, Snarlina, see that? Stomps loudly, never neat, awfully fun, roars a lot, she sounds charming, likes lurking, ill-tempered, nasty, always amazingly monstrous. Oh, and there's more. Here's a creepy Valentine. Hope you like the thorny vine. Thanks for being mine. Thanks for being mine. Groggle decorated each card with care. He sprinkled them with shiny beetle glitter and tied on snake bows. They looked really awfully good. Groggle licked his lips.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, yes.
And gobble, crunch, crunch, burp, slurp. And they tasted even better.
This is going really well. Keep going.
He would go to Snarlina's house with what was left. Groggle sighed. At least he saved one last bite. That's it? That small, half-eaten card fragment? That's what Snarlina's gonna get? All right, Groggle. You know she's ill-tempered. I mean, he literally put it in a Valentine. Let's see how she handles this development. Assuming that card fragment even gets there. Snarlina flung the door open and growled. Wow, isn't she a wonder to behold? I mean, look at her long, flowing pink hair held together by that lovely barrette made out of a tiny, tiny skull. And look at that gorgeous single eyeball in her head, and her manicure is amazing, and her molars are really well developed, and she's the color of Valentine's, right? Because she's pink, and look, there's a heart at the end of that very long tail, and she looks something. Groggle groaned a little, and Groggle got past the "I turn back, stay away, keep out" signs. So Groggle is pretty brave and handed over the half-eaten, wrinkled, slobbery card. There was only one smudgy word left for her to read. Friend. So he's gonna hand it over to her, right over there by the claws, and even the skunk flowers seem to have fainted in the midst of all this excitement. And Snarlina howled. Oh! She gnashed her sharp teeth and stomped her hairy feet. And she tossed it in her mouth and ate it. What?
No, yes.
Okay. Yum, 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 yum. Gulp. And look, that frown from before has officially been turned upside down. How terribly sweet, she said with a toothy grin, looking at him lovingly with that one giant orb of an eyeball. Then she gave Groggle a monster hug. It was perfect. Thank you for a monster Valentine. Monster hug. That just did not go the way I expected it to go.
That's because you don't understand bat culture and monster love.
I mean, she might be right.
You know, StoryTeller, I have a theory.
Oh, yes. User Giraffe, please give me your theory.
I think that everybody expresses love in a different way, and monsters obviously are a little bit, how shall I say?
Slobbery,
and that is their thing. But as long as this is love, then ooh la la.
You know what? Shields is right. As long as it's love, it's all ooh la la. So, happy Valentine's Day, kid!